You got the most
something like that.
You got the most
Something like that.
out here. Yo, we're gonna start acting like weapon wheel niggas and start docking your pay, bro. No cap.
I told you I needed a raise.
You needed a raise? Oh man.
Oh, let me turn my camera on and shit.
Yeah, get that shit ready, yo. Get that ready, man. The podcast has been postponed, like the future of gaming.
PlayStation set a bad precedent.
Been postponed in the future. Yeah, everyone's here. We live. That's good.
I'm back, sorry.
All right, I think we're all in our good positions. There we go. How y'all been, man? I want to start off with that, man. How y'all been? Real quick.
Doing all right.
Good.
It's been
pretty good.
It's been an eventful week, I tell you that much.
Pretty good.
Why so?
It's going by pretty fast though. Just everything going on in the news and outside and shit like that.
Outside crazy, yeah. I seen you outside.
Yeah.
I seen you outside
Oh yeah.
on Instagram.
I had to touch the streets one time for him. Actually, I'm supposed to go back out tomorrow. So, yeah, man, just trying to get out there as much as possible. With work and stuff. Most of these like protests and rallies, they be during when I got to work. I'm like, God damn, you motherfuckers got like night jobs or something? Like shit. So I usually
aren't working at all. So
that's true. That's true.
Are you really outside for good causes? Are you trying to get a pair of sneakers? Yo, what's up?
Oh no, I'm not looting or nothing like that. Nah. They was on that time like the first night, but after that, everything else has been pretty peaceful for the most part. We don't even have a curfew where I'm at right now, so like,
okay,
it's like some of the surrounding areas do, but where I'm at right now, we don't have a curfew. So
yeah,
we're not really tripping like that.
You know what I mean? I know they make the jokes about we Canadian over here. We Canadian boys, we soft, this, that. But we've been protesting over here too. It's been peaceful protesting. I think something's going on tomorrow as well in the city. So, yeah, man, yo.
Yeah, it's worldwide, baby.
Worldwide, man. I see London is going crazy. Everywhere is going crazy over this, man. Hopefully justice is served, man. All the cops got arrested. Now they all got arrested. So. That's good news. Now, let's see what kind of charges they get. Let's see.
Need to see some convictions.
Yeah, let's see what they
That's
get.
next.
All right, yo, we live. Press Start Podcast, episode 153, man. Today was supposed to be the day. Today was supposed to be the day for us, man. But Sony postponed the reveal of the PlayStation 5 and a whole bunch of games. So we're going to talk about that, our thoughts on that. But I hope everyone's blessed. Hit that like button. Shout out to all the live viewers. Shout out to all the people who are going to be watching this later. Shout out to all of our Patreons, man. Over 230 of y'all and counting. We're really close to doing our Press Our Podcast 24-hour live stream. We're really close to doing that. I think we need like 70 more bucks. We're going to get that. We're going to get that eventually. But if you want to help speed up the process, check out our Patreon, Off the Record Podcast, next Tuesday. It's going to be a good show. Also, Press Our Podcast can be found on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff, courtesy of Novocaine. And we're definitely working on putting the podcast on Spotify as well, too. So we're going to do the introductions for any new viewers who haven't watched us before. We appreciate it. Stick around. I'm going to start off with my boy, Alex. Say what's up, Alex.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Hope you've had a great week. I am your friend. I am the one you always want to come to for the best advice. I am the dad of video games. So thank you for showing up and having a great time. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah. And J Main, late Main, actually. Say what's up.
Oh, my apology. I thought I had the day off, y'all. You know what I mean? Kofi don't like to tag me in the tweets anymore. So, you know what I mean? I guess, Jack Move, it's your show now. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's always my show, baby.
You know what I mean? I don't even need to say that, man. I'm just here. I'm just here for support. Okay? Let's get into it.
And Jack, say what's up to the people, man.
What's good, everybody? You know what I mean? Start a podcast, Jack Move. How y'all doing this week? It ain't June 19th yet, so I don't even know what I'm doing right now. What's good, y'all?
Facts.
We're here. Let me change the Discord server real quick. Let's see if it helps the quality of the video.
By the way, shout out to Melon Matt. I am your father.
Damn. Is that why you put that mustard on that catfish the other day?
That's right.
Oh, man. That's what's going on.
Mustard on the catfish?
He put in the Jiggy Food channel. I damn near banned him out the server, man.
I'm sorry. You don't do that.
I don't know what the fuck that was, yo.
Mustard on
Melon
catfish.
wild.
That's not even right.
Yeah, I can't do that
man.
one here.
All right, yo, what's everybody playing? That's what I want to know before we get started to anything else. Yo, Jack, what you been on, man? Past couple of days.
Bro, nothing for. I mean, me and Hardhead played this game, Get Packed. Pause.
Whoa.
It's called Get Packed. Just Google Stadia exclusive, man.
What?
It's,
Jack, no.
Another
No,
week.
no.
We beat it.
This is the second week you pulled up to PSP saying you playing something on Google Stadia, bro. What's
the
up?
issue? Google Stadia is cool. It got achievements. It got online, invites and all. Shit Twitch ain't got. So, I can appreciate that. Stadia cool, man. I mean,
I just can't believe.
Stand, dog.
I cannot believe Jack Johnny's playing on Stadia.
I'm
I
just
might
saying,
have to cop the controller. I mean,
What?
Oh my god, yo, you
Stadia's
sounding
okay.
crazy right now.
Stadia is okay. Okay, I'm approving Stadia right now. Right?
yo, that is
Real talk.
crazy because this man refuses to play a traditional console like an Xbox,
Ew.
but he's on Google Stadia.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask the
Let's
chat.
get it.
I want to see if the
Let's
chat
get it.
is on your type of time. Chat.
Oh man.
Nobody.
Google Stadia or Xbox? Which one would
taking
you rather
Stadia all
play?
day.
Which one would you rather play? Google Stadia or Xbox, man? I want to
You
see
really
the chat. Man.
underestimate my hate for the Xbox brand. You really underestimate it. Like, I really hate that shit. Like, for real.
Them Stadia free
It's a lot
trials
of
really got
Xbox.
you out here.
You know what's crazy? Xbox being, Xbox games going to PC, which we're going to touch on something like that. It actually influenced me to get all these jiggy tops I got, man.
They
So
own
shout out
the
to
best
Xbox.
box, my man.
Yeah, shout out to Xbox.
Eggbog is the best bog.
He said,
It is.
"Damn."
Yo, yeah. I've seen quite a few Stadias, but definitely seen more Xboxes. But yo,
I say what I say.
can you believe this guy Jack Mujani, bro? Me,
Yeah,
the
man.
nice guy
Eric's
that I
a good
am. I offered my boy, my podcast mate, my friend. I'm like, Jack, if you build a PC, I will personally send you my 2080 Ti once the 3080 cards come out. A
How
free.
much is that GPU, by the way? How much
It
does that
cost
GPU
me
cost?
$2,000 when I bought it over here in
God,
Canadian
that is
dollars.
Damn.
I said I'll give it to him for free because you my mans. And he rejected it.
What
That's
I say, though. Yeah, what I
crazy.
say. I love you, dog. I love you, bro.
That's crazy.
I appreciate the offer, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to look like an asshole. I appreciate it, man. I definitely do.
I haven't
Can't
seen
do it.
anyone turn down a 2080 Ti for free, bro. That's
I'm a
crazy.
different breed, you know what I mean? I'm built different, you know what I mean? I ain't like these other PC dorks, you know what I mean?
I think everybody in the community individually offered Jack like a different part
I'm pretty-
of a PC.
Oh,
Exactly.
indeed.
I think I don't know if it was
gonna buy him a
meds.
motherboard.
Yeah, someone was gonna buy him a
See what I'm saying?
motherboard. Like,
I appreciate that.
bro, Jack, pretty much this
literally
whole
pay
community,
$0.
this community will literally fund your PC on the low. You know
I
that,
need
right?
y'all to fund me getting a new jiggy top, man. Y'all
No,
put y'all,
ain't
the energy
nobody
is
Send
in
this-
the wrong place.
send-
No.
The energy is in the wrong place.
Do
okay?
not send this guy any donations to anything, bro. Don't send him anything, bro.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
What you gotta do is go subscribe to twitch.tv/oh no it's Alex, and all those donations go to me,
What y'all doing? You trying to throw another PS5? You trying to throw the PS5 in the lake?
so I can put the PS5 in the lake. Absolutely.
That's literally
5 this time.
like he doesn't understand. Yo, the GPU is literally pretty much the huge cost of the PC, bro. And I'm giving you that
I
for free.
feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. You know what I mean?
All I gotta say is my offer still stands. Think about it. Sleep on it. My offer stands until the 3080 Ti comes out. When that comes out, it's too late. You know what I mean? It's
I
too
feel
late.
you. I
So
feel
think about that. Let that marinate in your brain a little bit.
You should definitely take that deal, Jack.
Take the deal, Jack.
Desktop
Jack,
PC
take
is so
the deal.
disgusting, man. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay,
Oh
do
my
you like,
God.
do you like jiggy tops because it's the warmth right?
Man, he just likes, bro. This man, Jack, Move just likes the comfort on his bed so he could beat off his meat comfortably,
Facts.
bro. That's the only reason why he likes the laptop, bro.
I put it right. I can lay down. I pick it up. I can twirl around the room with it. You can't do that with a desktop, man. You know what I mean?
Damn.
There's a lot of shit going on. Get up, walk in the living room with it. Be typing.
Oh,
doing
oh,
emails.
stop. Oh, stop. Bitch, you don't go nowhere. Why you talking shit? This nigga don't go nowhere, bro. Nigga, you go to the bathroom, back to your bedroom. Stop it, bro. By the
I
living
go in
room.
the bathroom with
If
it.
that, I know you got piss jugs in the bedroom, dog. Stop playing.
Hold on, J-Man. What Jack's saying is that he likes portability.
Ooh.
That works. Yes.
So why not? Why?
Works.
why
I can read the signs on. Yeah, that type of portability
So you like portability?
to a certain extent.
except
Okay, so
except when
then-
it's on the Switch.
Except
I
when-
mean, I like portability that's above, above standard definition. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's good.
That textures and shit like that. Yeah. I like that.
oh, we're gonna talk about that. But yo, Jack. So you're saying you haven't been
let's
playing
go.
anything?
I played that. We beat that. I
Okay.
might start Uncharted 2 on Brutal again because I never beat it on Brutal. But I really haven't. I rage quit fucking, what was that game? Daymare? I rage quit it on the final boss, yo.
That game
Okay.
was terrible, dog.
That game is ass, dog.
No,
Poorly
man.
designed. One of the games I've ever played.
I can't believe you got that far. Somebody paid you for that?
No, I still want to go back and re-download and beat it, though. I'm at the end, bro.
If you're at the end, you might as well. You might as well.
You got
finish
that
it.
far, yeah. You might as well go ahead and finish that out.
Yeah, I might get back on that. But that's it. I ain't really been playing shit.
Yo, J-Man, what you been on?
I went back. I'm trying to get the platinum for Last of Us 1. I really don't give a fuck about platinums, though. It's kind of been a struggle to go back and play through the game because I'm kind of doing like the cleanup portion right now. And game is pretty boring when you play it on like the lower difficulties. So
Bro, it's an action game.
I'm struggling.
at that
I'm
point,
struggling.
man.
I'm just like ready for 2. I've been watching so much coverage for 2. A lot of the preview footage came out. Oh, not footage, but preview coverage came out. Been listening to everybody talk about it and talk about how they took different routes in the state of play stuff. It's just like I'm ready to play that shit. I got the days off from work already. It's already confirmed. I'm just ready for Last of Us 2 at this point. So I've been playing that, a little bit of Final Fantasy 7, and that's it.
Don't worry, J-Man. I'll DM you all the spoilers. Don't worry, bro.
Oh,
When I get
You
a
get
little
it
bit
early?
I get it a little bit early. I'm gonna DM you all the spoilers.
Yeah.
Don't worry, bro.
This guy's actually trophy hunting. Gross.
Yeah,
Fire.
man. I got to get the platinum before the second one come out.
You know, me and Jack move. We're part of a higher echelon. You know what I mean? Was it 0.6% who have the platinum
to him.
trophy? Come on, man. We high. J-Man's on them kind of levels yet, bro. He ain't ready for that.
he don't play no games, so he don't know what that feel like. You know what I mean?
What y'all say? What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Alex.
Thought
go
I
ahead.
thought I heard somebody bragging about some bullshit. All right.
Alright, so finished a little game called Gunpoint. It's an indie game. It's a puzzle game. You play as a incompetent spy who gets the ability to. Jack would like this game actually. You can like cross wires inside of buildings. You can make things flick back and forth. You have a gun, but you never really use it. It's all about how you manipulate the electronics in the building to get you past certain areas. So light switches open doors. You can have guards shoot each other by mistake when you hit a light switch. It's pretty cool. It's about 3 hours long. It wasn't too bad, but it's a pretty neat little game. I'm going to finish Splinter Cell 1 this weekend, and I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition
Hmm.
On a Switch?
on a Switch.
Alex, defend yourself. Yo, defend yourself.
Call me when you get 4K. Call me when you get what?
I mean,
Defend yourself.
That's literally the third time I've played that game. I played it on Wii, have it emulated on PC, and now I get to play it portably, Jack.
They saying your mic is low.
My mic is low.
I turned them up.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's
Kofi,
better.
you turn them. Oh, you turned them up, Kofi?
Yeah, mic check real quick, Alex, before we move on.
How's that? Is that better?
Can you hear him clearly? Is he louder?
Can you hear me better?
It's good. All right.
Okay,
so
they
it's
say you good now.
That's okay. I've been talking the whole time and no one said anything. Great.
No. Well, I think they heard you. You're
No,
just
we
a
hear
little
you.
bit low.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you.
I heard you
think you're
clearly.
low on the other end.
That's really weird. Maybe it's on the audio odd. But anyways, yeah. So Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. What?
Nah, they say keep Alex volume low.
Yeah. All right. Listen, don't worry because we just got confirmation this week that Last of Us 2 is trying to be a Metal Gear.
Oh God!
Oh man, don't worry.
I don't know why.
You know what?
In the chat that once again
Alex might have been right,
Yeah.
man.
is right.
So we did a poll on
That's
Twitter.
right.
We did the poll on Twitter, Alex. And
We
what
did
was
the
the
poll on
results?
Twitter.
What was the results?
It was 58% say yes.
Unbelievable.
Last of Us is a stealth game. To
Unbelievable.
42% saying no. And then your boy, Team Fat, Greg Miller, said Last of Us 2 is trying to be like Metal Gear. Number one, let's go down this list real quick. You can't be the god. You can't be Godjima, by the way. That's number one.
Okay.
And number 2, now we've just got confirmation that Last of Us is a stealth game. You hate
Greg,
and you know what? I'm sorry. You love to see it.
Greg, he was talking out his ass for real though. Like, come on, we see the footage. No, we see the footage, man. Ain't nothing about those stealth elements that are like Metal Gear other than you can go prone, when you can crawl under cars. Like,
Hey man, listen, hold on.
come on. That's surface level stealth stuff, Alex, and you would even admit that.
Alex Cerny.
In the building.
Can't even drag bodies out of the view of the enemies and shit like
That's
that.
why
Come
it's
on.
trying to be Metal Gear. It's not as good as Metal Gear. It's just slam.
He said it was better. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Oh,
And what I've
We get
been
some glasses in the chat, please. Thank you.
And what I've been playing, I've been on my Twitch vibes. Shout out to the people, who be pulling up on me over there on Twitch. Yo, this past week I beat Sekiro in 1 week. I believe in 1 week. I beat Sekiro. I beat Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. And I beat Tomb Raider 3 in 1 week. So your boy's been going in, bro. And I mean,
that man needs some work.
like BG, what's going on?
You got all this time. You should be out there protesting with the people all day. Where your motherfucker? Where your megaphone at, Kofi? I need you leading the charge.
Within 1 week, I beat those 3 games. I just been going on a crazy binge playing, revisiting old games on Twitch, and I've been streaming like the full playthrough, and it's all saved over there. And I'm currently playing Super Mario Galaxy on Dolphin, which looks absolutely amazing. That game has stood the test of time. Put the HD texture pack on that. That shit looks incredible. It looks better than modern Switch games. And I already put 9 hours in that. I'm about 6 hours into Halo 2 on Legendary. Like, I just been going in. I've been playing a lot of shit, bro.
That tweet had me crying. I think it was from your daddy Tony, when he said, "I know your chair got an imprint of your booty cheeks." Right?
Yeah, I've been on my ass. I've been on my ass for a hot minute, So I've been going in on Twitch. I've been streaming every day, 2 or 3 times a day on Twitch. So I've been going in. So I've been playing a lot of shit. And my goal, I think it's a nice goal to have, is to have 100 playthroughs on Twitch. That's my goal, bro. 100.
You
playthroughs.
archive
for the year?
Now, I don't think I can make
total?
it. I can't make it to the end of the year. There's no way I can do that. But
No, yeah.
my goal is just to have 100 playthroughs. So I'm like
you mean like 100 playthroughs of games, or like 100?
100 playthroughs of games, full game
Okay.
playthroughs, 100 games on Twitch. So that's my goal, and I'm already. Well, I got like 4 or 5. So I'm getting. You know what I mean? We're making progress. When I start working, no, I don't know yet. I might have to fall off when I start working.
I mean, so what I've been doing is I've been actually getting a lot of, like, I beat a lot of games that are like 10 or 12 hours in about 2 or 3 weeks. So it's not bad, even just streaming like 3 times a week. So you could do it.
Yeah, all right.
You could do like a game a month. It'll take you 10 years.
Yeah.
Jack move
You
type.
could do a game a month.
Yeah. So I've been playing a whole lot of shit right now, man. Hey, man, what else is there to do, man? I'm quarantining. Nothing is open. It's summertime. All attractions are closed off. Like, there's nothing to do. Hang out with my girl. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that?
You know what's crazy though? I know, like, Canada got like a fraction of like the cases and shit that the states got.
Yeah.
But it definitely seems like y'all stay at home restrictions and things of that nature are way more strict than ours are right now. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a bad look on us, but I'm noticing that like our shits is starting to open back up, and it seems like out in Canada they like, nah, we ain't taking that chance yet.
Yeah. So like over here, like even just stores are starting to open up, right? But it's very limited. Like I took my girl to the hair store not too long ago, and they're only letting a few customers in at a time. People businesses are operating like that. So like shit is not even like open. Like what else am I supposed to do besides play some video games? You know what I mean? Yeah. What else am I supposed to do, man? So I'm just playing as much games as I can. I know as soon as I start working, I won't have this opportunity, so I'm gonna take advantage of it while I have the opportunity. So I'm gonna be gaming my pants off, literally.
What if you also went to the gym?
The gym is closed.
Gym is probably closed.
I would have to go
So
for
we could
runs.
do
I have
this.
to,
We
I have
could
to
do
go for
this
runs
every
and
time.
shit.
You could also do push-ups, squats, pull-ups. Let's
Mm.
say someone follows and or donates or subscribes to your stream.
Do
Kofi then
push-ups.
has to do push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, squats.
He don't need to do
One
no
of
squats,
those.
Alex. We
Yo.
saw him in those booty shit.
Oh,
We
come
want
on,
the
bro.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need
We
to do no
want
squat.
more
We already
squat,
see what
you
he
know
what he
what I
capable of
mean?
doing. You know what
So
I
you
mean?
could do something like that. You could do like I used to do that where like you would have like a wheel spinner on your stream. Somebody donates, follows, or subs. You spin the wheel of fitness, we'll call it.
Nah, I think that'll be too exhausting.
Only twitch.
We need to get this nigga Jack on that kind of program, not me, bro. I'm already skinny as shit,
Man,
bro.
look, I'm already. You know what I mean? I'm already.
Hold on, Kofi. Now, skinny don't mean healthy. Skinny don't mean
Hey,
in shape. All right? Let's not get it twisted.
Hey, I can still run though. I still can run. You know, I went for
Jack, you can't run, dog. Don't let him play
I
you
run
like
my
that,
mouth.
fam.
Hey, listen, that's all I
Yeah,
need.
you run up in his mouth. Tell him don't be talking slick.
Jesus, man, what's going on with you? Man? You got
I'll play it.
Yeah, man.
I'll play it.
It's nothing really to do. Like I said, man, it's nothing really to do. But let's go ahead and start tackling some of these topics. If everyone's blessed, I see what everybody's playing. Let's start. Yo, J-Main, where should we start it, bro? Where should we start it?
I don't know. I put some of the topics from last week, but I don't know if we have a lot to really talk about. So I don't know if you wanted to like touch up on like MPD or anything from last week at all.
I think we could skip that MPD talk. We already know
I
what it
didn't-
is. I think the Switch was probably the top selling. I don't even have to look at this shit. It's probably the top selling.
Yeah, and just Final Fantasy VII dominated the charts.
Okay.
So it didn't seem like the coronavirus had a big impact on those sales.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you two options there, Jamie. I'll help narrow it down. We either talk about the PlayStation event being postponed, or we could talk about the Outer Worlds on the Nintendo Switch. Let's talk about either one of these topics.
wow.
Postponed. Did I say postponed it? I probably did. Yeah, postponed.
They
Postponed.
should have postponed it.
So
I mean, we can
Which
probably
one
talk about the main topic though.
All right, let's get to it.
Get into it.
yeah, let's get to it. So, sad news. You know what I mean? PlayStation was supposed to unveil the PS5 today. You know, Press Start Podcast was supposed to be extra lit today because of it. But because of, you know, current events that's going on in the world, we all know the George Floyd situation. They felt like it wasn't the right time to celebrate anything PlayStation with this going around in the world. So last minute, PlayStation backed out from showing doing their press event, and they said that they're gonna postpone it to another date. They didn't give us a date when they're gonna do it again, but they did. But rumors is that it's gonna be next week Friday, and I'm hoping it's true. A whole bunch of other presentations also got delayed because of, you know, what's going on right now in the world as well. And we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So Jack, what was your initial reaction when you seen this? We were literally 3 days away from getting news on the PlayStation 5. This year, PlayStation has been pretty quiet about the PlayStation 5 in general. You know, they haven't really been super open about it, and it seems like they were just about to roll out a whole bunch of information about this console, some games that we're gonna get to play on the console today. But you know what I mean, this shit happened. So what was your initial reaction when you heard that it got postponed?
Well, first of all, I was very excited to see, you know what I mean? I've been very critical of PlayStation, what they roll out of this next generation, and I think they've been way too quiet. And, you know, we finally get some information. I was very excited about it. Woke up to seeing that they were even running ads about it on ESPN. And I said, wow, you know, this must really be something, you know, big coming down on Thursday. And a couple hours after that, you know, people tweet me, DMing me, oh, it's postponed or whatever. I'm trying to make sure it's the real PlayStation account. So it did get postponed. Only thing I got to say about this, right? If George Floyd wasn't brutally murdered by those 4 police officers, this probably wouldn't be an issue, right? So you know what I mean? People always see the reaction to shit, or you know what I mean? People always acknowledge the reaction to shit and blame that, but sometimes it's like, what caused that? You know what I mean? So PlayStation, they did the right thing, and like I said, I'm upset about it, but I understand why they did it, right? it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna be like, you know what I mean? Damn, I don't, you know, it is what it is.
All right,
Just have to
so
wait.
what do you have to say for the people that think it was a bad move by Sony? Like, you know, what do you have to say to those people?
Hey, bro, you just gotta. It's video games, bro. You just gotta wait, bro. They was trying to send a bigger message with what they did, right? So either you gonna be with the movement or you ain't gonna be with the movement, right? You can't halfway do the shit. So
Okay.
yeah, what it is, man. I mean, it's a selfish outlook, and then again, some people just don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on, which I guess, but eventually you're gonna have to care about something, dog. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's how I feel about it.
J-Main, what was your thoughts when you seen it? Were you very understanding right away, or did it hit you a little bit later? Later, be like, yo, probably this was the best course of action, you know, because you know that week, or you know, it was this week, but social media that day was just crazy in itself. Like all the videos that was coming out, and just a whole bunch of wild shit going on. So, how did you feel?
Yeah. I would say I was a little bit more understanding where like right as it was announced. Still I was shocked. Like when I first seen it, I was like, oh shit, like I didn't expect that to happen, you know. I didn't expect them to postpone it because of the situation going on, because a lot of times these companies, they don't give a fuck about stuff like that. And if they do, it's because they see a lot of other people making a uproar about it or making a statement about it. So my initial reaction was like, okay, I respect that they want to allow other voices to be heard at this time for more important matters than just video games. So like, that's why I made the tweet. I was just like, you know, I respect it. I see what's going on. But, you know, my thinking was I felt it was definitely more impactful when I heard that they're like matching donations and shit like that to NAACP and Black Lives Matters donations from their employees. And, you know, just wondering what else are they doing to further the conversation and then further the movement of Black Lives Matter and the injustices that people are facing, especially Black people within this country. So wanting to see more of that happen. And even that they delayed the event, just trying to look more for what else are they doing on their platform to raise awareness about what's going on. And, you know, we've seen a lot of other gaming outlets and companies raise money and make statements and stuff like that too. So, you know, I'm just, you know, the lip service is there, but
you want action, right?
It doesn't need to stop. Yeah, I'm all about action. I'm all about practicing what you preach. So while the lip service is respected, it means nothing if it stops there. So, you know, I'm not too upset because we've been waiting so long. It just seems like every time we get so close with anything PlayStation this year, something happens. I kind of feel like this year just wants me to die before I play Last of Us or some dumb shit like that, or anything PlayStation. But, you know, we almost there. We close, and we're going to get there right now. But I'm not mad at somebody wanting to raise awareness for something that I care about and something that needs to be brought to the forefront, and people need to pay attention for as long as possible, because a lot of times stuff like this, it happens for a week and then we go on to the next thing. So if an outlet is trying to raise awareness and keep this conversation going longer, then why would I be mad?
All right, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I agree with everything you're saying, but I want to play devil's advocate so we can see both sides. So for the people who are saying that, okay, you know, Sony's clout chasing here. You know, this is the same company that they had like racist emails about like what, Will Smith or Denzel Washington or some shit like that. You remember?
I think it was like Kevin Hart and stuff like that.
Kevin Hart and stuff like that. So what do you have to say to those people who have that view of opinion? You know, so they didn't do this for like situations with like Trayvon Martin and other situations, because it's not the first time, you know, a Black man has been killed by the police like this. So they've been pretty quiet on with those situations. So why is this one so important why is this one important that they're speaking on this situation? My
answer to that is that's a valid point, because like I said before, a lot of times these businesses do like to, oh shit, everybody's on this bandwagon and it's you know, it's the right social thing to do, let me get on it too. It's going to be a good look for my business. It's going to be, everybody's going to be all eyes. And that's why I said words at this time really don't mean, it means something, but it's all about the actions that you follow up with. So if months from now and we come to find out that Sony ain't really like practicing what they're preaching and things of that nature, then yeah, it was all cloud chasing. It was all bullshit. That you want to make a statement, you want to delay this. That's a good look for you. But if you ain't doing nothing about what you preaching, then it really means nothing. So that's a valid criticism to have for a lot of these companies that are making statements right now.
Okay. And Alex, what was your initial reaction of this delay, and do you think it was the right thing for PlayStation to do?
My initial reaction was, like that was
because you don't care in general.
I don't really care about
PlayStation shit.
About PlayStation or like I'm not invested in that at all. And even if I was, to be honest, like it's just a week. It's not a big deal.
It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that's going to be next week. That's a rumor.
Whatever.
That's a rumor.
Whatever. Like you waited this long. You can wait a little bit more. The interesting thing is I see both sides. I see if I look at it from an outsider looking in, I can see the perspective of this is a time when, now I don't get political, so you guys know that this is an important time when people have very distinct things that they need to discuss and important things that have to be talked about in order for our country to heal and be better, and for all of us to come together as a group of people that love and care and respect for each other. And that's really one of the big things that has to get taken care of. And then I can also see the other perspective of the world is fucking crazy, and I just want an hour to get away from all of this insanity. So I can see both perspectives easily, right?
Okay.
Now, to back up J-Main's point, I also want to make people aware that do not just go after the lip service of companies. Just because they say something doesn't mean they believe it. And we can even take June 1st for Pride Month as a perfect example. Every June 1st for that month, it's Pride. But then we turned around and we saw Bethesda not changing their Twitter logo on Turkey, Russia, and some other places where Pride is not a thing. So just be very cognizant of companies trying to pull at your heartstrings in order to pull at your purse strings. I think would be
that's definitely a tactic. That's definitely a tactic companies do. So we can't, turn a blind eye to that. Companies do that, all the time because it's a better look for them, right?
Yeah.
But like J-Main said, it's good that Sony's doing more than just making a tweet delaying the show. They're actually donated to the cause. So that's a good look that they're doing. And who else also delayed? I think CD Projekt Red delayed their Night City reveal of Cyberpunk. They moved it to June 25th. And I think some other things got delayed. Do you guys know off the top of your head what
EA delayed the Madden 21 trailer, and they also donated $1 million to organizations. I believe it was Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I think it was Black Lives Matter organization. Not 100%. I know they did donate $1 million though.
Okay.
Square Enix donated $250,000. Pokemon Company. I'm trying to think. It was a whole bunch of other people making statements too. I don't have everything in front of me. I'm just kind of going off the top of the head and what I had wrote down. But in terms of delays, I think it was the PlayStation, the Cyberpunk, and the EA event that got delayed.
So I'm gonna ask you this, J-Man. This is not the first time this has happened, So,
no.
But this time kind of felt a little different, Like the reaction definitely felt like a lot different than past situations that we've got. Yes, we've people have protested in the streets before, but this one seemed kind of extreme. So do you think this will and not all these companies are donating? Do you think this will actually bring some change? Because it seems like it's affected a lot of people.
Yeah. That's the hope.
That's the hope, right?
That's the hope. I was listening to Undisputed. I think it was yesterday episode, might have been today. But Shannon Sharp was like, they killed Dr. King and people rioted and marched and protested and some changes were made, but yet we're still here today.
Yeah, that's
facing
true.
Some of those same issues. So it's like your hope is that we get further along and we take these steps and more people come together to make changes. But you can't be get too hopeful. You kind of just gotta just play it out. You know what I mean? Kind of go
with
with
a layer
the
of cynicism behind that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that shit got delayed. So, like I said, my initial reaction, I said on Twitter, I was disappointed initially seeing it because all week this is what I was thinking about. I'm keeping it really, Chief. I was thinking about this all week. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see these next generation games or what PlayStation gonna show. So when I seen the word postponed, my initial reaction was like, fuck. You know what I mean? I was disappointed. Then, you know, after it settled in and I'm seeing all the crazy shit going on my timeline, you know, cops running over people running over cops, all sorts, the looting, the burning, and all sorts of crazy shit going on. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, maybe this is an issue that, you know, everyone should be focused on. You know what I mean? And this should be brought attention to, because that shit was going on that I seen on social media was absolutely like crazy. Everyone got their phones out recording every single moment of this, and hopefully, like you said, this brings some sort of change. You know, I feel like it's all gonna depend on the conviction of those officers. That's how I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, if those officers get some bullshit or get a slap on the wrist, I think people are going to be super upset with that. You know what I mean? I think people are going to be super upset.
Yeah.
But we definitely need to see some change, man.
Yeah. I also like think back to, you know, people were kind of talking about looking for an escape a lot during these times and stuff like that. But it's like, how could I look for an escape in a situation like this when just in my city a few days ago during this whole thing, cops freaking, you know, in terms of trying to de-escalate the situation, are doing the exact opposite and arresting people and unjustly arresting people, throwing them on the ground, breaking arms right where I live the very next day after, you know, Sony did delay this presentation. So it's like, how could I look for a distraction when I walk out my door and I see stuff like that happening every day? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to look for a distraction. I want to look at this and then let's do something about it. Let's try and create a change in the system and things like that. Because right as that happened, the mayor even admitted that it was a wrongdoing and the cops did not perform their job properly. Yet there were no consequences for these cops. You know what I'm saying? No consequences at all. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be distracted from something like that. I don't want to look away. I want to look at that and say something, which I did, and which is why I was out there protesting in addition to everything else going on. So, you know,
The world a fucked up place, man. It is what it is. It's just, you know, the people complaining about this, yo, in the end of the day, it's just first world problems. You know, like, people are going through some real shit, and you could just look at your phone, look on the internet, and you see people are going through some real shit. So, you know, this being delayed, look, the PlayStation 5 is going to come out. It's nothing to be super angry about. We're going to see the games eventually, you know. So we got, like you said earlier, we waited this long. We might as well, you know, wait for them to show. So I'm not mad at it. You know, Microsoft, I want to shout out to them. They made tweets about the situation, and they're supporting the whole, you know, Black Lives Matter movement. A whole bunch of these companies came out and put out their support. So it was nice to see. It was nice to see that, at least, even though if someone would say they're clout chasing or they're pandering or, you know, they don't really feel like that. But it was just nice to see, you know, that go down on social media, and hopefully, you know, like I said, some changes come out of this, because this definitely needs to stop. But let's move on, man. Let's get off this depressing note, man. Let's get off some depressing note and let's move on. So, The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds on the Nintendo Switch. Jack, have you seen Digital Foundry's video, bro?
Man.
I definitely saw it.
What was your thoughts of The Outer Worlds on the Nintendo Switch?
You know, it's been said numerous times, and I know Alex likes to say this a lot. Just because you can put it on the Switch don't necessarily mean it need to be on the Switch, man. And this is a shining goddamn example, because it's bad, dog. This is a horrible fucking port. I mean, it's playable as far as frame rate and all that, but the visuals, the effects,
bro, even the frame rate, bro. I saw their video. It dropped down to like 17 frames per second, bro. 17. I don't even think it's playable.
Listen,
that's definitely not playable. God damn.
It's a disaster all the way around. It's a fucking disaster, yo. When Digital Foundry come out and say this shit, like, don't even, you know what I mean? So I don't know what the fuck.
It's wild, because when you look at like The Witcher 3 on Switch, it's not even close to being that bad.
Mm.
to what Outer Worlds is, and that's the freaking Witcher. So, like I've said, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that statement, and it's a statement that I've said to myself on numerous occasions. Like, not every game is meant to be on the Nintendo Switch. If you guys can't get the game running at least to the required specs of the Switch, whether it's 720p, portable, 1080p, docked, then like some of those third-party games you could leave it out, man. I don't know if maybe people are buying this shit. You think people are buying this shit? That's why they keep on doing that?
Yeah.
It's full
Yeah.
price. It's full price.
It's 60.
Oh. Yes, you could have got the game on Game Pass for like what, $1? What are y'all doing?
It's portable, Jack.
Yeah, yeah,
And listen, the tagline should be "Play while you poop."
yeah.
I see that video. I'm just like, I was gonna say I see that video, and at the same time, we understand the Switch ain't no powerhouse
Yeah,
like
we know that. Yeah.
fucking Black Laren like to tell you it is. But I actually made a joke too. I'm like, this might be before the day one patch, because I swear every time I criticize a Switch game for looking bad, Baron, the first one in my mentions, talk about this is before the day one patch. Yeah, Trade too. Wait for the day one patch. So I'm like, you know what? This might be before the day one patch, y'all. Let's hold our horses and wait. But this shit look bad, man. It's still gonna get these jokes. It looks terrible. It is what it is, man. That's just the facts.
It's just like the texture resolution was just like out of this world. It looked like I was shocked. I was literally shocked.
I think they said it has a loading problem. So you could be randomly walking, then you would literally get a loading ring in the middle of the screen while you're playing the game.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What?
Unreal.
Yo, it's
No.
bad, bro. It's bad, yo.
Like Xenoblade doesn't look that great, right? But it looks better. But Jesus,
Did who the hell made Outer Worlds? What studio was that?
Obsidian.
Obsidian, but I think the person who did the point was Virtuous, I believe. Virtuous.
Okay, I was just about to ask. Did
Didn't
they
port
port this?
the other games to the Switch,
Is
though,
Saber
right?
the one that does all the good ports?
I think Virtuous does. I think
Didn't Saber do Witcher 3?
Yeah, I think Saber did Witcher 3. I think Virtuous has done good ports too, but this one, some people are already saying that it's the COVID issue.
Right.
That's why.
Co-developed.
Yeah, that's why the game turned out the way it did, because they weren't home to, they weren't at the studio.
Boy, they should have delayed that. They should have delayed it though.
Yeah,
No lie. Yeah, don't release that shit. That's not playable. That's not playable.
Yeah.
Delay it.
Yeah.
I'd rather you delay it than release something unplayable
Like
like
everything,
that.
bro. Got no blades of grass, no more trees. Got like one leaf. I'm like, bro,
It's wild, man.
Bro, Jack, the sign,
Got
bro.
no,
How you supposed to read the
cloud
sign?
form?
The sign is literally blurry, bro. Like can you imagine if
Come
you
on,
actually
man.
needed to read some shit, some text
Right?
there, bro? Like, this shit was so blurry. It's crazy. All right,
Oh
so
god.
let me read some super chats. This one is from Smooth and Addict Sweaty. I can't see the rest of it, but I bet you some wild
It was
shit.
like sweaty,
I think they deleted that. You can still
sweaty
read it though.
bag, I think.
He
Sweaty.
says, would be funny if Sony did a show same day as Microsoft. Some people, I saw some people on Twitter with this whole situation going on, saying that Sony's scared. We always get those type of people, Jack. Sony's scared of Microsoft, this, that. We've seen a couple of those comments, but I don't think that's the case. Definitely not the case at all,
You're
bro.
just intimidated.
They was also scared of the coronavirus. That's why they pulled out the PAX East, right?
Yeah, people just
Yeah, people be saying.
Yet the whole
anything.
fucking the world shut down. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
And today was also George Floyd's memorial. I don't know if they had any information about that, but that was also today too.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
All right. This one's from B. Arsenal. He says, that Sony company email was like, we're going to postpone this. Y'all stay black. Fist emoji. Yeah. Novocaine said, R.I.P. Sega Series X Dream. Shout out to Jeff Singer. All right, we definitely got to talk about that next.
I forgot about that.
That's our next. That's
That's
definitely
I made a
our
video
next
on
topic, bro.
that was-
We talking about that shit, bro. Because I got smoke for some of these niggas, bro. This one's from GameWiz35 says, don't be impressed by anything except wallets opening by these companies. And I'm talking about percents. Okay.
What did he say? Repeat that. I'm sorry. I
He
didn't
says, don't be impressed by anything except wallets opening by these companies. And I'm talking about percents.
And don't be impressed just by while it's opening, by the way.
Yeah. This one's from Sofa Spy. It says, even my friend who served in Iraq and then became a cop said that becoming an officer was way too easy and they should make it more challenging. He says, okay, so I guess the process in becoming a cop is not as crazy as it seems then. And this one's from Cinnamon the Hacker. He said, should they delay Outer Worlds? They shouldn't have released it, period. They shouldn't have released that shit, period.
You think they like feeling the pressure of trying to put certain third-party games on the Switch? Just to you know, because the whole conversation with the Wii U and stuff like that was there's no third-party games. But
I think third-party games are actually pushing to put games on the Switch because of its success. I don't think this is a Nintendo thing. I think third-party games are
the other way around.
Yeah, I think the third-party games are trying to put their games on the Switch or trying to get it running or something running. Yeah. So they can make some money because the numbers are there, bro. Like software is selling like crazy on the Switch. You know what I mean? The Switch is only, 3 years old, going to be 4 years soon. And it already has as much software sales as the entire 3DS life. Think about that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the 3DS has been out for how long? So people are buying games on the Switch, like a shit ton of games on the Switch. So I think these third-party developers are trying to take advantage of the current situation and the success of the Switch and try to port anything on it at this point. Mm-hmm. This one's from Solidus Wolf. He says, people go and buy back Switch ports because it's portable. And this one's from Sofa
Just
Spy.
like how people buy laptops because it's
sounds like someone I know. And Sofa Spy says, bring Switch Pro ASAP. Imagine PS5 ports. Yeah, I don't know. Going into next generation, these third-party games are definitely going to be looking mighty spooky on the Nintendo Switch. So we definitely need an updated Switch or something.
I was thinking about that too, like the Switch Pro for some of these like more demanding third-party games, but to be honest, I'm not looking at the Switch to play third-party games. So I'm like looking deep in my soul. Like, do I really give a fuck about the Switch Pro if their first-party games are running pretty decent, 60 FPS, maybe even 1080p? I might be alright with that, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I might be alright with that.
Because you only buy it for the first-party games anyway.
I'm gonna play on my PC.
It'd be real. Are Nintendo fans even looking for third-party games, Joe?
Can I address chat real quick?
Go ahead.
There are 465 people watching our stream. And we have 126 likes. Now, I want to make this very clear.
Tell them, Alex.
I just want to say thank you for showing up to the podcast.
For sure.
Whether you click like or not, thank you for being here. And if you did click like, thank you. If you don't want to click like, that's okay. I'm just glad you're here enjoying the show. And I'd rather you be here and have fun than to chastise you to click a button.
I see you, Alex. Using that reverse psychology. I see you, dog. Now they're going to be spamming the like bar. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, that's a fact, no. Yo, speak on it. Speak on it.
Yeah, man. But shout out to everyone who's tuning in, man. We appreciate it.
Every week, you mean a lot to us.
Yeah,
it's true.
We do appreciate it, though. All right. So, this whole Sega situation, bro. There was a whole bunch of people on the Twitter timeline. A couple people in the PSP Discord, Death Singer, kind of hyping up this Sega event that was happening, or this Sega announcement. You know, there was rumors saying that Microsoft was going to partner up with Sega to relaunch it in Japan because, you know, Microsoft stay getting bodied in Japan. It is what it is. Called the Sega Series X, J-Main. The Sega Series X.
I heard that shit.
The Sega Series X. Can you believe that, bro?
Hell no.
All right. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday was Sega's 60th anniversary, and we got the big announcement. And I think somebody from Japan said that this announcement was going to be equivalent to the PlayStation Wire announcement.
I'll give you his name right here. Next week marks the 60th anniversary of Sega. And according to tech journalist Zenji Nishikawa, the company is preparing an announcement on the scale of PlayStation 5 announcement in Wired.
All right, so when people seen on the timeline, they got hyped, J-Man. They got super hyped and shit. And guess what we got? We got a fucking Sega Game Gear Mini. We got a Sega Game Gear Micro. Bro, when I tell you this shit is so small that you literally got to be an ant to use the damn shit. Like, this shit is so small, bro.
Facts. I was looking at that. Like, how do you even play something like that?
Bro,
it's like your thumb could
screen
press every button at
itself.
once.
So the screen is 1.15 inches.
1 point, bro. That's an Apple Watch, my nigga, bro.
Attachment you put on.
And then they are also selling the magnifying glass expansion that you put onto it, like the old Game Gear, to make the screen bigger with a magnifying glass.
Yo, what the fuck is going on with Sega, man? What the fuck is going on with these niggas, bro?
And then it gets better. It gets better. So each color of Game Gear has different games.
Exactly. So I think it's one game. I believe it's one game.
It's only 4 games, I think.
It's four games per color, I think.
4 different colors.
Yeah.
4 games per color?
4 games per color.
It's $50 though.
To get all 20 games is going to cost you $200 of Game Gear Micros.
You know what? This is expected. This is expected from Sega, to be honest, man. They've been fucking up hardware for how long now? It's 2020 and they're still, fucking up hardware. Like, this was a trash product. Who's going to buy this?
And that's why I didn't understand the rumors of the Sega Series X. Like, why would Microsoft partner, even if it is a Japanese company, why would they partner with somebody who fucked up console releases for years before they fucking went out of everybody's sight and mind when it comes to hardware? Like, that don't even make sense to me. Wouldn't you want to partner with somebody? I mean, you're better off just going by yourself. Like, you better off not partner with anybody to go with Sega at this point.
Wait, so wasn't the Saturn the console that they were like, here's a Saturn and it's out now? Like, wasn't that was the console, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sega's not the people to do for a console.
Yeah,
I mean, unless they were like,
I don't know why people keep on asking for Dreamcast 2, even though it just sounds cool, but like, come on, Sega would definitely fuck that shit up. And I gotta read this comment, yo, Jack, what you do to this man? This guy says that's about 1 inch bigger than Jack's dick. Oh my god, what you do to that man, Jack?
Thanks for watching. Who said that, yo?
Oh man. Oh man, that's a block offense, bro. He gonna find you, bro. He gonna block your ass.
You gonna see a quick Control F, and then a quick block.
A quick block. Oh man, don't be dissing my mans. All right, yo.
He got it.
You already got him, Jack?
Nah, I don't know if you got him, man. All right, yo. So that happened, and it was a complete, waste of time and a waste of excitement. I don't know why people were hyping that shit up.
Was that really it? They didn't say nothing else?
Yeah,
so
nothing else.
Also doing fog gaming, which is
that?
not cloud gaming, by the way. What they're doing is they're creating a way of having arcades use servers in a different location in order for those arcades to play those games remotely, but it's not cloud gaming.
Yeah, all
So
right.
it's called-
Sega don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. Let's keep it real, bro. They don't know what they're doing.
It's ridiculous, to be honest.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Sega owns Atlas, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
they do.
Yeah.
So
Something
if
like that.
I heard rumors that Microsoft's gonna buy Sega, but that would never happen, bro. Like I don't think that would ever happen. So Xbox guys gotta let.
There was rumors
go,
about
bro.
Sony too. Sony buying, or at least like certain IP from Atlas.
What if Nintendo bought Sega?
I don't think that's gonna happen either, bro. Shit, but maybe we'll get a good Sonic game for once, bro. Like, damn, bro, they be fucking up these Sonic games.
What if I told you Sonic was never a good game?
All right, we're not doing this. We had this conversation before. We're not doing
But
this.
the movie was good enough to get a sequel. Segue. Say nah.
Yeah, apparently Sonic the Hedgehog a sequel's coming for that movie. I don't know if any of y'all seen that movie. That movie was okay. I think I fell asleep towards the end of it, but from what I remember, it was okay. Y'all watch that shit?
No.
I watched it.
Jack, what did you think?
Company that made it went out of business though. How the fuck they going?
They went out of business?
The company that made it went out of business.
They helped reanimate the movie. Yeah.
Really?
Hey, you remember when they redid the movie, the animations and all that?
Yeah.
And I thought they went out of business. I
Oh.
thought they did.
Okay.
It was a decent movie though. It was cool.
I mean, I haven't been able to
I heard
go
it was pretty
back
good.
in a year and a half, so I don't even know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next topic. This one is about Death Stranding, our favorite game. You know, it's been a while since we talked about Death Stranding. So
Coming out soon.
Kojima, I guess, did an interview where he was talking about Death Stranding, and he confirmed that the game broke even. He passed the point of breaking even. So, it wasn't a complete flop. But I want to ask you guys this question. Do you guys think that, the game met Sony's expectations? If you were to make an educated guess, do you think it met Sony's expectations in sales?
No.
With the hype surrounding it?
Nope.
No.
For them to trot his ass out on the stage like a celebrity, hype up this announcement with a YouTube video of the partnership and all the talk about Death Stranding, for them to not even post a tweet about the sales, hell no. Hell no, it didn't reach their expectations. It's just that simple. Y'all know Sony love to brag when them sales numbers is looking right.
But it's been a while, J-Man. When's the last time Sony actually dropped sales numbers of a game, though? It's been a minute.
Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man.
They didn't do it for Days Gone. They didn't do
No.
it for Death Stranding. I have a feeling they're going to do it for The Last of Us because you already know The Last of Us is going to sell extremely well. So they're definitely going to do it for The Last of Us. And that's another
Indeed.
segue that the pre-orders in Europe, at least, are higher than Spider-Man PS4. So it's looking like
Yeah.
The Last of Us is going to have a crazy debut. I still think it's not going to have a better debut than Animal Crossing J-Main. So...
Wait, I told you, dog, the 3-day period. I only was taking that bet if it was a 3-day period from Nintendo, because that's the only way that Sony gonna announce it is those 3 days.
I wish we
what's
had the
the bet,
number so
gentlemen?
we could do the bet. Yeah, I wish we had the number.
What's
the
it, Alex?
bet? What's the bet?
The bet was
No,
supposed to be that The Last of Us was gonna outsell Animal Crossing in the first week or 3 days or some shit like that.
So
Yeah.
what are we talking about? What's going on?
J-Main backed out of the
Animal
bet, man. He was kind of
Because
smooth, man.
Animal Crossing dropped numbers. They dropped worldwide numbers, but we didn't hear about it until they started talking about like 11 million in 11 days.
Yo, Jack,
So-
Jack, you said I will lose a bet?
So why don't we
If
do
y'all
11
go
days?
for 11 million in 11 days, yeah.
I'm not doing that bet. I'm not doing
That's what I'm
that.
saying. That'd only be 3 million then, right? If you would do the average, I think Kofi will lose that bet.
The 3.
Nah, we're not doing that. We're
that's
not
what I was
doing
gonna
that.
ask, though. I was
Nah,
gonna say,
we're not
do you
doing
think
that.
it's gonna? I was about to say, do you think it's gonna beat Spider-Man?
It's gonna sell more than 3 million in 3 days. I think it will.
Because if you don't think it's gonna be Spider-Man, I'll take that bet. I already got a couple people that bet me on that.
Oh,
the
really?
Gamer,
what if-
Fame, ENT. I want my money too.
So what
I
if
got
we
the
did
receipts,
Oh,
baby.
okay.
for the month for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, we have
Nah.
we have the first 11 days. We have the first 11
Just
days.
the
no.
first 11 days.
Yeah, so
Can we get
That's 11 million. Don't do that.
I don't think we'll get the first 11. It's just such an awkward time period. I don't think we're gonna get the first 11 days of the last. So
I mean,
okay, so
'cause
J,
look,
so
I
J-Man,
would love to make some side bets, Jack.
yo J-Man, so
I'm a
you
gambler.
hold on. You have a bet with a few people saying that The Last of Us will outsell Spider-Man in 3 million. Will break that record pretty much of Spider-Man's record.
Yes. Yep. The Gamer 20. Because back when it's funny because I was looking at my tweets the other day. Yo ass was saying that Spider-Man wouldn't beat God of War.
Yeah, I was wrong.
back during.
I was wrong about that. I was definitely wrong.
It was
about
back
that.
during those times when I was
Yeah.
saying that Spider-Man would beat God of War. The Gamer
right about
was
that.
like he chimed in and he was like my predictions have been trash or whatever, and I was like, so bet me that Last of Us is going to beat Spider-Man, and he took the bet for a game. So I got him
yeah?
on that. I got Fame on $20.
Is he
and
back
I think
on
I got
Twitter?
somebody.
Is
No,
Gamer-
he ain't back on Twitter.
Oh man,
He
he
ain't
gonna
back
duck
on
that
Twitter.
shit. Then he gonna duck
Yeah,
that.
we gotta pull up that man's
no,
screen.
he can't. I'm a Patreon supporter of his, so I can personally DM him. I got access to his Discord, and I know where he be at 24/7 on that damn Twitch channel. So I'll spam that shit up too. He don't give me my motherfucking money. I'm not playing.
He goes, "It's so good."
Yeah, that's actually a good bet. I think he will win that bet. I think The Last of Us is just. I think this game is gonna perform better than Spider-Man. I think I agree with you. I think at one point I wouldn't agree with you, but I think it will at this point though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see having a bigger opening than Spider. It's just too much. It's just too much. Shit got too much clout, dog. And whether you're talking bad or good about the game, there's a lot of people talking about the game. Jack, what do you say?
So y'all seen that lawsuit that chick trying to sue him for that new trailer came out?
Wait,
Nah, what happened?
Yeah, cause so Ellie's singing a song in the new TV trailer, right? And this chick, the song is not originally this woman's song, but she did a cover of it. And she was saying pretty much I was reading the comments of what people said. They said she's suing them because she's saying that Elliot was mimicking the way she was humming in the song.
What?
Doing the rendition. Yeah, she trying to sue him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. It's
fuckery. So, like,
stupid as hell.
Good luck.
Okay, we got a super
shit.
chat from G400, and I think this would be a good topic to talk about. I actually do. He's asking me, he's like, how's that Mario Galaxy you already, in caps, beat Kofi? All right, so G400 has been pulling up to me saying that, we do this little challenge that we do about who beats the most games in the year and this, that. But he's been pulling up to me and my streams and telling me, yo, he has a problem with me adding Tomb Raider, Sekiro. I'm going to be adding Mario Galaxy, Halo 2, games that I've already completed. So what do you guys think? Am I disqualified by using games that I've already beat on my list if I beat it again? If I beat it again this year?
No, it counts.
It counts, right? Thank you, G400, bro.
You had to go to the game and beat it, yo.
You still disqualified though.
Why am I disqualified?
Cause your ass been home for the last 3 months. God damn it! You disqualified. Matter of fact, I'm removing myself from this year.
Yeah, how many games you beat this year, J-Babe?
I don't want to talk about numbers.
What was your list, dog? It can't be worse.
Yo, J-Babe.
I don't want to talk about numbers.
Now we're talking about this today. How many games you beat this year, J-Babe?
I believe the topic at hand was.
Yo, he really ducking it. Jack, how many games you beat
Last
this
of
year, bro?
I think I got 10 right now.
Last of Us.
Alex,
Your shit ain't under 10, yo. I know it ain't under 10.
It's definitely under 10.
Yo,
Yeah,
I think I'm at
halfway
8.
through, my man.
Cap, what's the 8 games that you beat? That's a lie in itself, bro. How many games you beat? Look at
I think
him.
I got 7 to 8.
Look at him lying. Oh, now drop down to 7.
We ain't got to do this. We ain't got to do this.
Nah, I need
No,
a
we
list.
have to do this.
I need the list. I need the list before we continue, bro. I ain't continue until I get the list of games. Bro.
Alright, here we
Yo, he beat like 3 games this year. Stop it.
I beat 8, dog.
All right, let's hear the list.
I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I finished off Resistance 3 on PlayStation Now. I got Dreams on there. I finished off Persona 5.
Wait. Hold up. Time out. Dreams.
What happened? Is that not a game?
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I know it's on your list too, dog. Stop it.
Go ahead.
Persona 5 is on there. I got Ori and the Blind Forest on there. Ori and the Will of the Wisp on there. Resident Evil 3 Remake and Doom Eternal on Nightmare. Something Kofi cannot speak to, so I'm gonna need you to fall back.
Well, you didn't beat it on Nightmare, Kofi?
Oh no, he did not.
Ultra violent.
No, he did not.
Ultra violent, bro. Well, J-Man used a controller, so it don't even count, bro. This is void, bro. Use a controller.
That makes the game. I'm handicapping myself.
All right,
and I beat it on Nightmare.
Since we're going through our list, I might as well go through mine. I got Blazing Chrome. I got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I got Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Doom Eternal, Halo Combat Evolved on PC, Persona 5 Royal, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, The Last of Us Remastered. I beat it like 2 times, bro. Got the platinum. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, Sekiro, Tomb Raider, Metal Gear Rising, and what's it called? Streets of Rage. That's it.
Oh, can I add a 9th game?
What?
9th game I beat this year was my goddamn meat. All right.
Hold up.
That's on the list. That's on the list every year, baby.
I beat that. Listen, I beat that twice a day. We've got
Alex, what's yours?
God of War 2018, A Plague's Tale,
That's the best game you beat this year.
Spider-Man, Doom, Doom 2, Blasphemous, Doom 3, Hammerwatch, Absolver, Doom 2016, Resident Evil 3 Remake, Doom Eternal Nightmare, Hellblade, 1980X.
How you beat all these damn games, bro?
South Park Fractured But Whole, and Gunpoint. 17.
15?
17.
God damn.
And we're gonna finish Splinter Cell this weekend. That's 18.
Nah, I think Alex finessing the list, bro. I think he finessing the list. How you beat 17 games already, bro?
I do a little thing called Stream the Series, where I stream a series of games through completion all the way through. And I stream 3 times a week on twitch.tv/oh no it's Alex. You can follow me there and subscribe.
Shameless
You can
plug.
enjoy my content on my YouTube channel if you miss the live stream the next day. Shout out. I'm almost at 5,000 subs, by the way. I'm 23
Damn.
away.
Nice.
Yeah, go up
Let's
to
go.
Alex, man. Shit's in the chat, bro. Go up to Alex and give him that 5,000, man. 23. That's all you need? 23?
23.
Man, y'all don't sub to this man's channel. I know y'all. Yo, I'm gonna drop it right
I'm
here,
making-
bro.
Put the link in the chat, man. Y'all go sub to this
23, man.
23 away.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna need a giveaway at 5,000 in which I win.
You know what I did at 5,000? I did a 24-hour live stream at 5,000.
Oh, man.
You gotta top that now. You gotta do a 48-hour live stream,
I don't know
bro.
about all that.
Well, yeah.
What if I do an OnlyFans account instead?
Wait,
Oh,
Kofi,
boy.
did you do that? Did you do that on YouTube? And there's no recollection of that,
Bro,
I mean,
I'm
no
so
history?
pissed off, bro. So I do a whole 24-hour live stream, and YouTube doesn't. Yo, that shit is still processing to this day. To this day, it's still processing, bro.
It's over, yo.
Crazy, bro. I got mad views on that shit too. I got like 15. I think I got like 15 or 20,000 views. Something crazy, yo.
You hate to see it.
Crazy.
Played my man.
I'm thinking about doing
chat-
another
chat-
24-hour,
chat-
man.
Chat is split on my OnlyFans. Some say yes, some say no, some say make it $5, some say make it $6.90. That's funny.
Listen,
I like that.
fuck what the chat saying. They making money over there on OnlyFans.
Big
Go ahead and
facts.
get paid, dog.
Big fat. I wouldn't even. Yo, bro. Jack need an OnlyFans too, bro.
Huh?
You
That
dropping
shit
that
change your
OnlyFans? I
lives.
thought you said you gonna get one, bro.
I need one. What the?
Unforgiven. Thank you. All
I thought that
J-Man
bread.
subs.
I thought that bread that they
Alex.
making over there was intriguing, sir.
I mean, you know, I see it. You know, what I mean?
You want all 12 of my subs, Alex? Go ahead. Y'all
You
go
don't make
ahead.
no content, J-Man.
Y'all go ahead and support that man, dog.
All right.
Damn shame.
The super chat is from Tunde. He says, "Do you guys think that Nintendo fans should stop e-begging for Switch ports?" I really don't care. It don't really bother me. Like
Doesn't
that,
bother
man.
me. Okay.
Me, I be e-begging for these PlayStation games to come, you know what I mean, to PC all the time. I want all the games on PC, bro. I need that Bloodborne, which is rumored. Segue! Segue!
In the building tonight.
Bloodborne is rumored to be coming out on PC. That's another game I would love to revisit again. But God, if this PC version is true, you know, we got Wario64 kind of teasing it. There's another guy teasing it. I just need to hear from Jason Schreier. If Jason Schreier says it's coming and he heard something, that shit is coming.
We in the money.
We've been hearing this rumor for years now, and there's been a whole lot of bullshit. We've seen Amazon postings of this. There's been a whole lot of bullshit, but apparently it's resurfaced again, and people are talking about it. So we're gonna see what happens. I'll be really happy if it does. I just hope it's a good port, not a shitty port.
Yeah. I had retweeted those tweets, especially from Wario, because I mean, out of anybody, like he seems to be a little bit in the know at least.
For somebody
of
like
what's going
Wario
on.
to say that, that's
Yeah, and then it was the other dude, Rebellion. I think he retweeted the other post too.
I got a
so,
question for you, Jamie.
You know, huh?
What's Alex? Alex, don't say anything. What's Alex's worst from Software Soulsborne game? Do you
Alex?
Yeah. Do you recall any conversations?
I think he said Bloodborne was the worst.
Okay, all right, okay, that's it. That's it. So if this game comes to PC and this nigga Alex is capping, we getting on his ass, yo. No cap.
I mean, we know why it was the worst, right?
Why was it the worst?
You said the boss design was weak. I think you didn't like a lot of the design of the world and the map and stuff like that. What else? I don't know. I was talk to
What
us.
do PC gamers hate the most?
PlayStation
Good
games?
No.
PlayStation games. What?
Taking a shower?
Low frame rates?
Low. Hey, there you go.
Oh.
Now, if I can get Bloodborne and I can mod Bloodborne and I can play Bloodborne at a decent frame rate, I can make the game better, couldn't I?
Yeah, it would make it more enjoyable. Yeah.
But it's not
Thank
going
you
to
very
change
much.
some of your critiques about, the boss design. That's still going to be there.
They can mods absolutely change boss designs. 100%.
All I'm saying is, I better not see you hyping this shit because you were saying this was the worst, Soulsborne type of game, bro. You said it came out of your mouth. And we
man.
caught you lacking on off the record
And
about a
that's-
Plex Tale. I'm trying to just keep you on the same page so you don't flip flop.
The Dark Souls 2 is pretty bad too. I hated Dark Souls 2. I thought that was one of the worst fucking ones. I think Bloodborne is better than Dark Souls 2, but it's a toss-up.
Okay, just get your story straight. Because if it does happen, we pulling up on it, bro. Get your story straight.
You know you're the flip-flop master.
Yo,
hey,
bro,
man,
the way I'm gonna drop the snippet, bro. I'm dropping the snippet, Alex.
Snake.
He trying to get his receipts in order. That way, if somebody pull up the other receipt, he got this receipt.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it on Jack. Yo, Jack.
We know your game.
Should I drop the snippet on this man, Alex?
Of course.
Snake.
Yo,
Wait,
the way that he spun that Plague's Tale shit, people need to hear that shit. That shit was hilarious.
Incredible.
And
Tasmania would be jealous the way you was spinning out there, dog. That shit was crazy.
I'm just that good.
Yeah, you're pretty good, man. You're definitely good, man. You're definitely good.
Snakes in the chat.
Unforgiven, he says, I thought fog gaming was Outer Worlds on Switch. This one is from Sosa Man OTF. He says, The Last of Us 2 needs to come through. Sony has dropped 2 mediocre games in a row. Flop Stranding and Days Gone. Also, Hojima is overrated as fuck. Hojima. I like that. Even though
I think he said he canceled one of the games he was working on and he's starting up a new project.
Could that be the rumored Silent Hill game?
Probably not.
Because he said a game didn't fall through, right?
Yeah, I mean he said he denies any
he denies that?
PT or Metal Gear Solid acquisition rumors.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, he said he was working on something. The guy canceled. Now he's like in the starting process of another game.
Okay. And this super chat is from
Project or whatever it is.
He says, PlayStation PC storefront, here we come. Hopefully, man. I'm talking about storefronts. EA just dropped a bunch of their games on Steam. So,
yep,
it's crazy. Steam has such a monopoly. Like, PC gamers need to just call it what it is, man. Y'all only want y'all games on Steam. When these other companies branch out and try to do their own thing, y'all don't really buy it like that. So guess what they do? They come back to Steam and put this shit on Steam.
Got no choice.
Best platform. Speaking of Steam, Jamie just logged in. The best platform is the best storefront. That's just what it is. Steam is the best.
Yeah.
It has the best features. It has everything you need. And right now, nobody's competing.
I'm not mad at it. I prefer all my shit on Steam too, bro.
Steam, well, besides GOG. GOG is doing really good shit. GOG is doing some really good shit. I can't say that. Like, GOG Galaxy 2.0 is fucking amazing. But there's things in GOG Galaxy 2.0 that I would need in order to let go of Steam altogether. So
I just logged in to see if Horizon Zero Dawn went
bro,
from coming soon to a release date.
When are they Yo, I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those stealth drop games, bro. Like it's available today.
I think it got to be because you got some sensitive PlayStation fans that, you know what I mean? They're not gonna be happy when that release date comes if PlayStation 5 news ain't readily available. What'd you say?
So when PS5 is announced, that's when they'll stealth drop Horizon.
Yeah, because you got to do the good news and the bad news. That's their formula.
I don't think so. The day that they reveal the PS5 and do this event, I don't think we're gonna hear nothing of Horizon. On
You
PC.
won't hear it. They'll just drop it.
I don't think they'll do that too, bro. I'll be surprised if they did that.
Now, if they do all that, like say that rumor about I think what they said next Friday was supposed to be the rescheduled date.
Yeah, that's a rumor.
That's the day the Last of Us 2 review is supposed to drop too.
That's a good day. That's a good day to have the PS5 reveal event, bro.
You think so?
I think that's a really good day to do it.
I don't know, because I feel like they should want the attention on Last of Us for that day. Because I think in the way that promotion is going these days, not being able to have proper in-person press events and stuff like that, they need to make sure that the social media and the internet promotion is singled out to get the message across, that especially if the reviews is good, like they need to make sure nothing is taking attention away from that in order to maximize sales. Because Sony does that a lot. They'll like cannibalize announcements with other announcements that they make. Like they'll have a small title like Concrete Genie come out and then announce the PS5 controller or some shit like that on the same day. It's like, damn, do you give a fuck about the sales of this game, or are people caring about this game? So I think they should have it on separate days. Maybe like the day before, like do the PS event the 11th and have the reviews on the 12th.
Yeah. And back to the EA games on Steam now. So pretty much, not the entire library is there, but a few games are. You still need to launch Origin from Steam though, so that sucks though. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, you could, so for example, Crisis 3, you know how Uplay works, how you still gotta launch Uplay through Steam and shit like that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much the same thing. And they said EA Access is coming to Steam. I'm still curious on how that's gonna work. Like, do you subscribe to EA Access from Steam? And like, I don't know how that's gonna work. So, but more games.
You see, it's EA Access and not Origin Access.
That's interesting.
So
that's interesting.
So as a PC gamer, EA Access, to me, you want Origin Access. Like that's the better service. That's the better plan.
Yeah. So.
But for people who are stubborn and won't go over to to Origin, then you have something on there for them. So I think that was a little smart.
Okay, so do you think that you know how with Origin Premiere and stuff like that, you get a game a couple days early? Do you think that service will be available on Steam as well, or you don't think it's gonna have that? They're gonna keep that exclusively for their storefront.
They should keep it exclusively for their storefront and just do like the Xbox and offer like the 10-hour trials for the people on Steam. But if you, like I said, if you want to upgrade the service, then you have to go ahead and over to Origin Access and get that Premiere.
Okay. Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief, bro. I got no more topics, yo. I got no more. What else is there left to talk about? This has been dry this week, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, dog. This might be the shortest podcast ever, bro. What's there to talk about, bro? Yo, this PlayStation event was supposed to be our big thing, bro, and it didn't fall through, bro. I'm like really scraping the barrel right here now.
We need to have an intervention on J-Man.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
What the fuck I do?
I need to find out what you're doing on a daily basis to where you don't do content uploads and you don't do streams and then you don't beat games, which are on a gaming podcast. I need to find out what is going on.
Listen, I'm out here doing my Googles and my information. Listen, all right.
You don't beat games. You don't play games. You don't do content.
Oh man, why you put? Oh man, y'all pulling up on J-Man like that? Oh man, crazy.
All right.
This is
why
because
don't
I care.
why don't upload? Let's start with content. A lot of times when I upload content, I gotta be motivated to do stuff like that. So in terms of doing videos, if it's a topic that I really don't care about or I don't think people will care about, then I won't do it. So that's why I won't upload content. But I'm trying to work on that. I really am. Every day I have my internal struggles.
I want to ask you, Jamie, why do you want to upload content?
Why? Because I feel like I want to get my opinions across to people. I like to express myself. That's why I'm on a podcast, period. So in order to do that, in order to separate myself, I do feel like I need to do separate content. And uploading videos on my channel is definitely important in that journey. But like I said, I just have my internal struggles. But it seems like I get a decent reception when I do upload videos. So
you've seen results when you upload content.
It's fairly decent. It's nothing spectacular, but in terms of how I upload, I can't be too critical of that. Let's
do about the numbers. And how big is your channel right now in subs?
I got like 1.2, 1.3K subs.
What was the last video that you put out?
You did a reveal, right?
I did a reaction, and then I did a video on. What the fuck was my second video? Hold
Just
up.
the most recent one.
Yeah, I got you. The PlayStation 5 event being confirmed.
How many views?
That one had 300 views, and
so
then
you're looking at a 30% retention rate off of your subs, which means 30% of the people that sub to your channel are watching your content.
Right.
So you're looking at 1/3 of everyone that subbed to you watches your content.
Yeah, that's pretty decent numbers.
Great retention rate. So then I ask you again, if you're making that content, if you're making those views, why are you not continually putting out content? And you told me what you said was you want to get your opinion out there, but yet you don't put your opinion out there, even though you're getting the positive reception for that content.
Hey, he's a busy guy, man. He's an essential worker, guy. Easy man. Y'all pulling up on Jimmy Nasty.
You're right. Now you're right, Alice. I can't really like. I don't have no response to that. You're right.
So then I expect content to be up on your channel tomorrow.
Oh man.
What is there to talk about, bro?
You did say you was gonna stream, yo.
What am I gonna stream though? Like,
I
that's
don't
my
know.
thing.
You
Play
say
some
you was
old.
gonna stream.
You can play some
You
old
can make
games
a
like
check.
me, bro.
People don't want to see the whole fucking games,
Oh,
bro.
man, you'll be surprised, bro.
Play the order. I mean, shit.
You'd be surprised, dog.
Your content is gameplay with an audio overlay. It takes
Yes.
you 25 minutes to edit that content together because you don't even do anything fancy with the editing, just like I don't do anything fancy with the editing.
Yeah.
So editing is not a problem. Content creation is not a problem. Gameplay recording is not a problem.
Nah.
You choose to not make that time to make that content for that channel.
All right.
Damn.
I think I might have
really is
stumbled.
an
I might have
intervention.
stumbled. I think I might have stumbled on a different topic to take the heat off J May.
Oh man, it's like that.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Take the
Alex,
heat
you're
off
right.
J-Man.
You're right.
Look, son.
You're right,
I'm not
Alex.
mad.
You're right.
So this
I'm disappointed.
this man in the chat, Omar Ali, he asked an interesting question. He says, "Why is Kofi pirating Mario Galaxy?" So if you guys
That's
don't
the
know,
way.
because you guys don't know, I am streaming Mario Galaxy. I am playing it on Dolphin. But I got a question for y'all. If I bought Mario Galaxy in the past,
Yep.
is it still pirating if I already supported the game? What do you think? That's actually a good question though, right?
Oh no.
If
It's not.
if I paid for Mario Galaxy already, I bought a copy of the game, right? In the
Yes.
past. I may not own the game right now. I might have traded it in, or I might have got rid of it, or sold it. If I decide to download the version on PC, am I stealing? Am I pirating? Is this the same thing? That's why.
Yeah, are you playing a PC game of an N64 without the N64 hardware and cartridge? That's Nintendo's IP. Only
So, no, but seriously, no, but that's a serious question though. Because I already supported them, niggas, right?
You
So-
already paid entry into the park. You should be allowed to ride all the rides that's available, including that one. To me, that's a ride in the theme park that you already paid entry for. I don't give a damn, dog.
I don't really care, bro. They can't guilt trip me. I already paid the money for that game in the past. So I really do not give a fuck. Jack, what do you think of this situation? Do you consider that PC terrorism, pirating? I bought the game in the past before, right? But now I found a ROM on there and I'm playing it. A high fidelity. See, these Nintendo niggas, that's why they upset. That's Alex, can we just keep it real? That's why they upset. I'm
keep it
playing
real.
a
Let's keep it
version
real.
of their game in 4K with mods.
You know what? There wouldn't
Look,
be a
the shit
problem.
looking beautiful. Shit looking better than
this?
Switch games. And they mad, bro. So they, Kofi pirating.
Let me
Kofi
jump in.
pirating. Look at him.
Let me jump in.
All right, go ahead.
What if, hold on, here we go. Ready? What if Nintendo just put their games on the PC? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
But Jack, is that pirating, bro?
Not happening.
Is that pirating, sir? Is this PC terrorism right there?
I'm gonna say no. I mean, legally, I thought it was like you had to still have a copy to. Anyway, I'm gonna say no. You did buy it in the past, you know what I mean? You're
Thank
still
you.
a PC terrorist, but at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really care. I feel like, you know what? I feel like games should have a certain amount of years. If it's like over 12 years old, then hey, it's freedom reign, bro. If it's 12 years old, it should be freedom
I mean,
reign.
if it's
bro.
on an old ass system, like ain't nobody.
That shit's
finna
on
go
the
buy that
Wii,
old-
bro. Like, come on, bro. What are we talking about?
What they say?
What did I say? Who that? Blaze?
It's my wife.
What do you say?
Tell Kofi to go to sleep.
Yeah?
Wait, she watching the pod?
No, she can hear me. She's mad.
Oh, man.
Fucking up, yo.
Oh, man. Don't worry. We're going to end off this podcast short. There's actually not much to talk about this
Nah,
week, man.
Jim Ryan had the community in
What he
an
said?
uproar a little bit when he said that he has no plans for making the cross-gen titles, and that the PS5 games, he has no interest in making them cross-gen with the PlayStation 4. Like, these games will be specifically designed for the PlayStation 5.
So people got upset?
Oh yeah, well, you know, the Xbox side, they all aboard with cross-gen games now, and everything, you know, must be able to be played on the last generation consoles moving forward. So, you know,
Okay. So I personally, how I feel about that is I don't care. Look, Microsoft is taking a different approach. Sony's taking a more traditional approach. The Series X is looking like a fucking PC, even down to philosophy, where the PlayStation is kind of sticking with a traditional console style. It's just two different approaches. We're going to see how it works out. Microsoft claims that their games can scale up and down between consoles and it won't hold games back. And PlayStation, you know, feels like they, you know, they want to, you know,
Leave old hardware behind.
Yeah, they want to leave old hardware behind and just move forward with new experiences with the PlayStation 5. So we got to see how all this shit turns out in the end of the day. You know, it's just two different philosophies. And we'll see. In the end of the day, yeah, we just care about good games, right? So that's all that matters, man.
30 FPS Assassin's Creed.
Right?
But in terms of like the first party stuff, like the fact that they're doing these two different approaches, it's about damn time. Like hopefully we could actually start seeing some differences, because PlayStation making a bold claim of leaving your old hardware behind. Well, let's make sure that these games is gonna be looking different than Xbox side, because if they're scaling their games across last gen and this gen hardware and they're on par with the PlayStation games, what are you really talking about?
When was the last time? I was asked this on Twitter. When was the last time, besides Forza, that they made a realistic looking game with Xbox?
But why does that have to be realistic?
But I'm saying there's a reason why they games have that graphical style.
Jack, you talk about in terms of like pushing the hardware. That's what you mean by like realistic.
If you look at all the games that they came out with, they acquired Hellblade, so that might be a whole nother subject. But if you look at all the games they've been promoting, Minecraft, Crackdown, fucking Sea of Thieves, Grounded, whatever the other shit that they haven't made a realistic looking game in like over 3 years, yo. That's why that's how it's gonna scale. Of course, you can scale some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can give them Gears.
I mean, I guess Gears look nice. I give them Gears.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, but even then, like a game doesn't have to look realistic to be good visually in terms of graphics. Like Witcher 3 isn't realistic, but that's like one of the best visually looking games out there.
But you get what I'm saying, though. It's a reason why their games are taking that graphical style. It's not by choice at some point. They trying to get it to run on that old ass original Xbox.
So that's
But what is interesting though is it seems like they're trying to get all the games running at 60. I don't know if that's the same case for PlayStation.
60.
The game's got to be good in the end of the day. Yeah, that's all I got to say, man. They got to be good, man.
Games are better.
I mean 60. Yeah, that's facts.
Games are even better at 144.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know about it. All
right, this super chat's from Fantasy Life. He says, "Any opinions on Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath?" I don't play Mortal Kombat. I play, well, not nowadays. I'm a fighters guy now. That's what I play when it comes to fighting games. But isn't this supposed to be like some expansion with new story and stuff like that, new characters? Yeah. So I don't know. It's been a while since I got into Mortal Kombat, and
that shit $40 though, yo.
$40.
The expansion?
That shit better
even
be.
Even if you bought the previous game with special edition and all that, yeah, you got to buy that. You got to buy that extra.
So they must be adding a lot to this game, or they're finessing, man. It's one or the other, right?
It's like an extra story and I mean, I don't know. It's
$40 a lot. Yeah, this one's from King Josh 4K. Yo, shout out to you. He says, Gojima equals God tier. That's what he says. This one's from Notorious Nicholas. Says Gojima had a major project canceled. Big RIP. Definitely. I'm curious on what he's going to make. He needs to make a horror game. He seems like he really wants to make a horror game. That keeps on coming up. So I would like to see him make something scary. I think he will probably make a really good horror game for real. This one's from Fantasy Life again. He says, what do you guys think about Evo being free to enter? You have to pay to get into Evo? Say a word.
Yeah, before you did.
Okay, is it because of COVID and it's online this year? It's online this year, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
They're doing it online this year, yeah. And they also changed which games are going to be done as well. So that's going to be different too. So it's like Smash is not going to be there.
Yeah, because you have to play that.
Online.
It's just trash.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And I think only games with GGPO are going to be used. But I'm not entirely sure what the roster is. I think like Skullgirls is on there. Let me see.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck, yo.
But it's gonna be on like honestly, like if you go online, okay, so it's gonna be Under Night in Birth EXE, Super Smash. Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, the final main lineup does include Under Night in Birth EXE, DBZ Fighter Z, Tekken 7, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5, Samurai Shodown, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
That's not the games that they're playing now.
In 2020?
No, I don't think that's the games that they're playing. I don't think No Fighters is going to be there. I don't think none of them games that you listed are actually going to be there, bro.
I just typed in Evo 2020 Changed
Yeah,
to
that
Evo Online. 4 games added to lineup.
I have to Google it. Oh, they added it? Oh, okay. Let me Google it real quick.
This
Evo
gonna be somebody
2020 lineup announced.
cheating. This gonna be all bad. I already see it happening though.
Yeah, dude. This is from Newsweek. DBZ, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Grand Blue Fantasy, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5,
Tournament game.
Smash Brothers actually made it on, which is weird.
Evo 2020
Tekken
takes place
7,
July.
and Under Night Inbirth EXE.
Okay, I'm looking at the website. It takes place July 31st to August 2nd. In Nevada.
Oh, they added Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
Championship. See, I'm confused. Is this page? Is it been updated? I don't think this has been
Let me see.
updated though. I don't know.
Hold on.
Hey man, we're not the
Wait,
people to
wait,
go
wait.
to for the Evo
Wait,
tournaments,
no,
bro.
It's been updated. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, MK11.
What else?
Wait, no, they added Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yeah, you're probably
Weird.
looking at an old list, bro. You're looking at an old list. You're not looking at the. I don't think they added none of them games, bro. None of them games are on Evo, bro.
Yeah, I know Alex using Yahoo as a search engine. They gotta bear with him. Hold on.
He definitely
Okay,
using
so-
Yahoo.
games were there.
He's definitely using Yahoo.
Games were there.
Jeez.
Hold on. They also added,
Axe Jeeves.
they added Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Mortal Kombat 11, Killer Instinct, Them's Fighting Herds, and Skullgirls 2.
All right, yeah. Hey, y'all do your own research about this, though. Y'all double check, bro. But apparently,
Yeah.
it's free to enter. Maybe it's only for this year because it's online, right? It might be only for
Yeah.
this year.
Bro.
So we're gonna see how it turns out. You know, I wanted to watch Killer Instinct so I could see. What I say, Killer Instinct? Dragon Ball Fire, so I could see Ultra Instinct Goku. You know, I want to see tournament players use him and see how good he will be. But I guess that got to wait until next year or next Evo.
What I want to see in the chat is when Goku goes Super Saiyan. You know how like in Evo everyone would yell and scream
I think they
And
used to do that shit for like Cell or some shit.
for Cell, right? I need to
Yeah.
see in the chat. Just scroll through whenever something like that happens.
Oh, okay.
Whenever they power up like that, I think would be cool if they had like emotes for those specific things or stuff like that.
Okay, Skull Girls, Killer Instinct.
Yeah, MVC2. Yeah, I was right. Again,
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see it. So you got a couple of them. Fighters is a part of it. God damn, I guess
this is a part.
Street Fighter Championship Edition, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7, whatever it is. What is this? Under Night What is that? I can't even read it.
Undernight Rebirth.exe.
Undernight?
I haven't played that.
And Grand Blue Fantasy versus. Okay. I'm gonna check out Evo this year, man. No Smash this year, which is okay.
What's the date for it?
July 31st, I believe it said.
Okay.
Okay, wait. No,
It's
July
fucking
4th.
weird how, like,
July
I'm about to say
4th
that's
to
the
5th.
same day NBA is supposed to be back.
You know what's
July
weird?
4th
Like,
to
I
5th,
don't
July
play
11th to
fighting
12th.
games, but I like fighting games. Like I like the esports side of fighting games, but I don't play
Yeah.
fighting games.
I definitely watch Evo every year, even though I don't play fighting games. That shit is
It's probably
entertaining.
like just like the CS:GO stuff in me, where I'm just like I want to see that esport kind of thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Let's not drag the podcast any longer than it needs to be, man. Let's wrap it up right here. Today's a little bit of a shorter episode, but don't worry. If all goes correct next week's supposed to be super lit, bro. I'm going to have a guest. I'm going to have some guests on next week. It's been a while since we had a guest on the podcast. Hopefully the rumor is
Question.
true that the PlayStation event is next Friday, so we can get shit
Shit.
popping up in here. What's up, Jamie?
Should we delay the podcast till Friday?
It's up to y'all, man.
Fast Wars reviews don't drop till Friday, yo.
Right. So that's what
Okay.
I'm thinking. Even if the PlayStation event doesn't happen, maybe we delay it to the Last of Us view. In
Okay.
fact, we should get. Oh, never mind. I'll talk to you after that.
Yeah.
Y'all cut into like post screen time. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We
fr-
more important.
Yeah, so Friday. Look, if the PlayStation event takes place on Friday, we might delay the podcast. I'm willing, you know,
Might as well.
we might as well do that so we can have it on the same day, be super lit, and we talk about the Last of Us reviews as well. Yeah, I think that'll be the wave. But we're gonna end this podcast short. It's been a pretty dry week. It is what it is, man. There's not much to talk about, but you know we had to come through and do something for y'all. It's better than canceling the show. So we do appreciate everybody who tuned in this week. Shout out to all of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, and we're gonna do the outros. We're gonna start off with Jack.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Check out the Press Start Podcast Patreon if you feel so inclined. Check me out. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, Jack Move Johnny. You know how to get in touch with me. We out.
Alex.
Thanks everybody for coming out and watching. I appreciate everybody showing up. It was a lot of fun. Tomorrow it's Counter-Strike Go on twitch.tv/Oh No It's Alex. And then Saturday we beat Splinter Cell. And then Sunday we start Chaos Theory on Splinter Cell. And then as always, check out my YouTube channel where I do post content continuously, J-Man. And then there's always good stuff there. And if you missed the live stream, don't worry. You can always watch the VOD on Twitch. And I also upload it to a 1080p version on YouTube. So you can enjoy it there too.
J-Man.
It's man, Alex really on my neck.
Fart on Counter-Strike Go.
Yeah.
So like
I definitely need to bring the sound. Yeah, the soundboard coming back next week, yo.
Counter-Strike.
Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in, hitting the like button, sharing out the stream, and doing whatever you can to make sure people know where we at. Follow me on Twitter at jmain518 for any updates on anything that I'm doing. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next week.
And we got a quick super chat. This one's from Papa Hop. He says, y'all seen Trina Beehole on Twitter? Them folks had receipts.
Hey, tweet that, yo.
Her booty hole?
Yo,
yeah.
Please drop that in my DM ASAP, please.
Not the baddest. Hold up.
All right, now I gotta Google this shit. Hold on. Now I gotta Google this. Hold up. I'm Googling this live on the podcast.
Yeah, yo. Damn.
Let me see this. Oh, look. Trina ass.
Trina. Hold on.
All that crazy shit.
Yo, posting in the thing for me real quick. Hold up.
Oh, shit. Why is Trina booty hole so wide? What?
Wait. Why can't I see this shit? Nah, post it, Jack. Post it. I'm trying to see this. Hold up.
Hold on, wait. Where is that?
Yo, post this real quick. This, yo, hold
Oh, I think I found it.
Yo, post.
You found
it? You found it? Yo, post that shit, bro.
All right.
Is that something? Like, I'm seeing a picture. I don't know if that's it. That's crazy.
That's Trina? I've seen this picture before. Is that Trina?
What? Yeah, this is an old ass picture, man. I got hype for nothing, bro. That picture trash, bro. I got hype for nothing, bro. I'm out, bro.
I seen this picture before. Is that really Trina?
That looked like some shit from Freaknik. Hold up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Trina was out there wilding if that was her. That probably was her now. She been out there in the streets.
Yeah, we out of here, man. Off the record on Tuesday, man. Off the record, like on Tuesday. So make sure y'all pull up, man. Y'all pull up. Check out the Patreon for that, man. It's gonna be a good episode. I'm about to put up.
You got all the super chats?
The topics. This one's from Tyler Walker. He says Bond built like a thumb.
All right,
man.
That was the last one. All right, we good.
Appreciate it. All right, man. We out of here. Y'all have a good night, man. See you guys on Tuesday. Off the record.